But why are we pretending it's not possible for Vini to join Arsenal?
Hold on. I'm coming to Sam.
Can I understand why everyone's acting like it's not possible, though?
No, I'm asking a question because there was no...
Martin, let me see. I don't think that he meant...
It's like me putting a tweet out, Martin's agreed to go on a date with Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, you know what I
No.
mean?
And I'm gonna 1 second, Dio. I'm gonna convince you otherwise. I'm gonna convince you otherwise using examples.
Dio's excited because Ornstein.
JJ. One second.
Ornstein.
Yeah, but I was talking, bro. I'm gonna give you two examples.
It was nothing.
Ozil and Sanchez. Ozil and Sanchez joined Arsenal way worse than what they currently are.
Yeah, I'm not denying that.
Ozil left Real Madrid to join Europa League Arsenal.
No, but by the way, Husam, I've had the same debate with City fans.
And we all know, as a South American player, they grow up playing for Barca, dreaming to play for Barca and Madrid. Guess what? That's why Enzo wants to leave Chelsea. Guess what? That's why McAllister is linked to Real Madrid. For me, you saying it's a low probability, like, okay, maybe there's a 15% chance he joins. You don't think it's likely. I get that. But my problem is when people say, like, it's impossible. Why is it impossible? BBC have reported it, or BBC have spoken about it today. BBC Sport have reported that they've already spoken about it. Ornstein's original tweet. People keep bringing up the wages. Martin's point is a correct point. Fair enough. He's talking about the wages. I understand that. However, let's look at Ornstein's original tweet. Ornstein's original tweet says that Arsenal have already agreed at board level. What does forget Madrid? Put Madrid to the side. This means that Arsenal are willing to offer Vini the wages that he desires.
No, it doesn't say that. No, it doesn't say that.
Okay. What does it say? I'll pull up the tweet right now.
I've got the tweet in front of me.
Why are you pulling up the tweet? Let me just explain. Vini hasn't even agreed to renew with Real Madrid. How the hell do Arsenal know what it would take to get?
We don't know what his wages are.
My point is,
we know what the issue with Madrid is.
1 second, Dio. Let's not fight. I'm gonna pull up the tweet now. Here we go. No, 1 second, JJ. Let's pull up.
I'm trying to make my fucking point so people can actually understand what I'm trying to say.
Let's pull up the tweet. 1 second, JJ. 1 second, just because Martin's disagreeing with my point, right? This is the tweet. This is the Ornstein tweet that broke the internet, okay? What's this statement right here? Clubs not in talk yet, but idea approved at all levels. Explain to me what idea approved at all levels.
That could be approved of. We agree.
Yeah, as in, like we're willing to go for the player.
Yeah, we're willing to go for him.
Like Arsenal are willing to go for Vini.
And if you're willing to go for a player like Vini, do you think that with the Arsenal hierarchy and the
they don't know the wages?
They will not know that.
They don't know. How do they know the wages?
How do they know the wages? Real Madrid don't know the wages.
Knows the wages. Stop it. He's asking for 20 million guarantee. Is public on their. He's asking for 20 million guarantee.
It's 40 million he wants. He's turned down 480 a week at Real Madrid.
So how do you know it's 40 when you said that nobody knows?
He's turned down. It is widely Dio. It is widely reported he's turned down 480 a week at Madrid.
My point is, if you can know, you said nobody knows what he's asking. You're saying he turned down 480. It's not the 480. I'm giving you the breakdown of what he's asked for. He's asked for a guaranteed 20 million guaranteed salary. He also wants to be able to make 500k week, like he wants to be 500k after tax. That comes to 30 million a year for him, which Madrid is saying, hey, no, chill, man. We don't want to do that. So his agents have told you what he wants. Arsenal have agreed that, okay, we've heard what this guy is asking for. Across the board, can we do it? If we think we can do it, good stuff. David Ornstein comes on and says, Arsenal has agreed across the board. No club-to-club talks yet. Fair enough, but they're willing to go and dive in that deep end. Why is that so hard?
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that.
I know, but
let me explain. What you're doing with Bruno now, you're doing all this. We want Bruno. You're not even
talking about Vini. Let's get Vini
yet. No, right. Come on. We're trying to be clever here.
Hold on. Did Liverpool not want Diamande? Were Liverpool not tracking Diamande? Yeah,
correct.
At the end of it, did Diamando not turn around and say, "I'm not interested"? Yeah, like I want to go to a different club.
Yeah,
hold on. What I'm trying to say here, Dio, is the excitement level that Arsenal have over this, I feel, is disproportionate.
What am I excited about?
One sec. I'm happy my club is fully aligned. About what? There's been
no, because my club never used to move like this.
Sec.
Because
I'm saying to you,
I want to hear his point.
My entire point about this is not. It is fantastic that Arsenal are targeting the best players in the world. 100%. As a fan, be happy about the fact you're targeting Vini.
Yeah, that's what I said.
There's no progress that has been made on this.
I never said there was. I just said I'm happy there was. So why are you then trying to change
at this point in time in this window, you've fumbled Rodgers, you've not done Bruno, and you're getting excited about the fact that you're potentially.
I will still win the league with Tzolis. The way I am, I'll still beat you and win the league with Tzolis. So the only thing is that you're triggered that one.
It's fine, bro. It's fine.
Hang on. Can I just say one thing? Just let me give an example.
Jay, you're so unobjective.
Hang on.
Bro, my point is,
you want Dio to be upset that they're linked with Vini?
I don't want him to be upset. I'm saying, why the fuck are you happy about the fact that your club is willing to target Vini when there's no progress on it? Like, cool, it's cool, but you're talking
it's been 2 days.
Talking like the guy's interested.
It's been 2 days. Here we go in 2 days. It's been 2 days.
You know the funny thing, this is why I said
Jay, it's been 48 hours. I've been speaking about Barcola. I've been speaking about Barcola for a month and a half.
Husam, let me say this in the camera.
Martin, sorry, please hold on. This is why I said Jay, you're disingenuous. I have never said in anything that I said all evening here, I've not said, oh, Vini wants to come to Arsenal. I'm happy, Vini. I said, no, I'm just happy that my club is now behaving. Hey, stop, let me finish. Is behaving the way they should behave. Go for it. And if you get turned down, and I said, if you get turned down, I would prefer you to get turned down, knowing that you're going for the biggest things. If there's an opportunity and you don't go for it, I'll be mad at my club that you had a chance to even ask, even if it's 1% chance.
So should Tzolis be happy that his club went after Elliot Anderson even though they had no chance?
Yes, because you never know. Why shouldn't
you? If I rate, you know why? Because Elliot Anderson's a good player. So yeah, it makes sense.
But you never had a chance at Elliot Anderson. It's come out.
I agree with you, and I'm glad we didn't get him for the price.
So the point is, you got sold PR for about 2 months.
Nah, I didn't. I always thought he was going City.
No, I don't mean you personally.
You bought into
the Elliot Anderson going to United.
But the fact that we're interested is a good thing. So I'll have no problem.
I agree.
Okay,
listen,
Martin,
I'm not being the celebration.
Can you just hear what Flawless just said? The fact that we were interested is a good thing. Isn't that what Dio said 15
That's what
minutes
I said.
I don't disagree with that. That is what I'm not disagreeing with.
Let's be objective. Everyone take a step back just so we don't shout at each other. Guys, let's just take a step back from this whole argument. All Dio said was, I'm happy to be linked with Vini. Okay, so would do all of us.
I don't know why that's so wild.
Yeah, thank you, Flawless. What's the
I'm not wound up. I've asked the question. I'm not wound up.
Okay. I want to know why Jay's wound up then. Go on, Jay.
The reason why I'm wound up, is because from my point of view, right, I have no issue with Dio being happy being in the mix. When we went for Tonali this summer, when we went for the player, right, and I know Vinny's much bigger and blah, 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 but what I'm trying to say is I wasn't happy with the fact that we were targeting the player. That gave me, okay, I'm glad we're targeting players of the quality of Tonali. I was like, we need to get the player. Like, we need to get the player. Being in for the player doesn't mean shit, yeah? We need to sign the player. I'm happy we target Tonali, but we need to sign him. I obviously am not giving Arsenal that same level of this because he's a superstar. However, I am going to say being somewhat interested in somebody, to me, is not sufficient, yeah? I think I need to see negotiations. I need to see an indication of interest from Vini to showcase.
It's been 48 hours. Stop this.
It's
been 2 days. Stop this nonsense.
Wait, let me respond. No, I'm going to respond.
No.
I'm literally mute you. I have to respond.
What are you talking about,
brother Jay? Let me. I'm excited about getting Bradley Barcola. David Ornstein released the tweet about Vinicius Jr. 25th July, okay? 2 days ago. It's currently 27th July. I have put Barcola on 150 thumbnails. It's been a month and a half, and I've been talking about the same exact player. But you want progress for Arsenal in 2 days for probably one of the biggest superstars in world football. Do you see how unrealistic you're being?
like it's going to take 48 hours to sort out the Vini deal.
Okay, when Jay's silent, I know. I got him.
It's
there.
not. It's not
Hey,
like,
all right, no, that's fine.
Listen, do you know what it comes down to? Sorry, I'll let you go in a second.
2 days,
It comes
Jay,
down to the
2
level.
days.
It comes down to what you took Ornstein's initial report at. I took it as a nothing burger. I took it as there's nothing here. There's no meat or substance to this. You took it as a, oh man, that's where we did.
So why are you getting worked up?
No,
over
so
nothing?
Jay, there is. Hold on, Jay,
was in the
No,
first
Jay,
place.
let me
there
ask
is
you a
because
question, Jay.
there is some substance to it. But go
Jay,
on, Dan.
Jay, let me ask you a
Because
question.
Ornstein wouldn't say
Hold on. Let me
no
ask Jay a question. Jay, when you were linked with Tonali before the deal got done,
Yeah.
were you happy about it? You're like, Tonali's a good
We
player.
were
I'm happy.
hold
Hold on.
Man,
I'm coming. Listen, let me finish. I'm saying you were, regardless of how quickly you did the deal or whatever. I'm not talking about
Right.
duration. You were linked with a player that is good. Were you excited about it? Yes or no?
I was happy
No,
that we
that's number
targeted
one. Number
Tonali.
two.
Yeah, I was
Number-
happy we
Hold on. Number
targeted
two
Tonali.
thing I'll ask you. When you're linked to players that are not of good quality, why are you mad at your club? Why do you say, why should you be linked to this kind of player? So if my team is linked to the good player, and I'm like, you know what, I'm excited that you're doing this. Now go get it done. And in 48 hours, you want to turn around and tell me I'm seeing no movement. That's a deal of Vini's caliber will not be done in 48 hours.
Mhm.
It don't matter if you walk up to Madrid tomorrow and say, Madrid, here's 150. There's still the Vini side to deal with. So we don't know what Vini is going to decide. He might decide to stay in Madrid permanently. That's fair on him. He might decide to turn the whole thing down. Fair on him. But right now, us being in that conversation makes me excited as an Arsenal fan. I've not been in this conversation for a long time. So me being excited about it is not a
What conversation though?
the conversation
You're
of
seeing
going for top players in the world. Like
yeah,
going
but
for
it's
top
been,
players.
but you said okay. Listen,
I've not been in that conversation for a long time.
If there was anything to indicate that Vini would accept to move to Arsenal, yeah, I would want. Okay, cool. That's fine. So my thing is like you want to compare it to Tonali. I didn't get excited
I'm
about
not comparing it to Tonali.
until
I'm
I
saying
knew
as
the
a
player.
fan. I'm saying as a fan, if you're linked to a good player, you get excited.
I don't get excited over rumors.
No. If you're linked to a bad player, you're like, oh, why is my club
I
doing
don't
this?
get excited over rumors.
Nah, but what Dio's saying is in regards to the Ornstein tweet is that, yes, there's been nothing concrete or anything with Vinicius Jr. It's been approved by Arsenal because even now people are saying Arsenal can't afford his wages. Will they pay his wages? So Arsenal have clearly assessed that as a football club and gone, if Vinicius Jr. becomes available, we will pay his wages. Granted, that doesn't mean 100%. If he comes out and he wants 400k a week, it's unlikely. But Arsenal would have assessed it.
No, but flawless.
So
That's the point.
Go on.
People are making. He turned down more than 400 grand a week in Madrid.
Okay, so he might. So my point is, I'm making is Arsenal have assessed this and have said we have approved this. It's accepted at all levels.
Perfect example. And listen, I'm not the joy police. Dio can get excited all he wants.
I am the joy police.
I've got
I've
got City fans getting excited over Vini because he's besties with Haaland at the minute. And they're DMing and IGing each other and everything else they're doing. See you soon, bro. Love you, bro.
Okay, here's the thing, Martin. Look, I'm gonna be objective.
People get excited over anything nowadays.
No, I'm gonna be legit about this. Like completely honest. Any 5 of us on the panel, if we saw David Ornstein tweet our club and Vinny's name in the same thing, and we didn't get excited, then let's just delete football because then you're just a bore. Like you're just. Hey, and I know how you are as a person. I know you're not boring. If you got a tweet with Ornstein saying Spurs are exploring Vinny, Jay would go mad.
Because
Jay would go mad.
Sorry, I wouldn't believe it.
Liverpool turned it down, right?
You know what I mean?
Let me land. My thing is, we got the Ornstein bomba 2 days ago. We got confirmation from other journalists, whether it be in Spain and in England. Today we got a BBC like sport news on it. So it's
Shitting
becoming,
on it, by the way. Shitting on it.
Here's the thing. Slowly but surely, it's becoming a thing. Now, is it a 90% possibility? No, because it's Vini Jr. and he loves Real Madrid. I just think this notion that it's not possible at all is a mad notion.
I think there is.
Hear me out. I think there is a 20 to 30% chance that they get Vini. 35%. 100%. Okay, so that's the percentage for me. I think it's 20 to 30%. Hear me out. I think it's 20 to 30%. The fact that we got another article from Ben Jacobs, and this is going to mention my club, the fact that we got another article from Ben Jacobs where he categorically said, Liverpool were offered Vini and they didn't want him because they were looking at other players, shows me that Vini's people are at least exploring a move away. And the other part of Ornstein's article that's important, and he says, I can share the tweet again, but I know I'm paraphrasing here, but it's literally what he says. He says Madrid don't want to lose him out on a free. Now, if I'm being objective about this, Diomande joining the club, Vini Jr. leaves and they get money, and then they go and they sign Rodri and they sign these players that they've been linked with all summer, McAllister, Rodri, Enzo, whoever.
So let me
Right, hang on. So Sam, you made a
Ain't
point.
Diamande playing on the right though?
Yeah. Diamande's playing on the right, which has come out today, by the way. The thing is, I'll say about you just said then, and I've got City fans getting excited because we're about to enter negotiations with Real Madrid for Rodri. And people going, well, while we're there, we can ask about Vini. And this is how people are getting excited. This is where I think the excitement goes too much. People put 2 and 2 and they come up with 10. I think we've had an interesting Diamande. We've had interesting.
Dio said that's that crazy.
Martin,
I don't get what he said that's so crazy.
There's a lot of information out there that you should also be
Guys,
excited
relatively
about. For
calm.
example, you
Not
want to
that
do a
giddy.
deal with Madrid for
I
Rodri.
don't get excited.
No, I'm saying
transfer.
you're
What
fine.
Dio said that's
Hold on,
mad.
City fans, let me
I
tell you
don't
why you can be excited about it as well. The fact that his agents have tried to shop him this season alone, this winter, this summer window, they've actually offered Vini because of the contract issues they were having in Madrid. Maybe they felt like, let's give ourselves something to fall back on if this falls through, because it's not 100%. They're not agreeing to the money. They try to shop him to Liverpool. Tells you that his agents are looking somewhere. It might not be Arsenal. It might be PSG eventually. It could be anybody else. Fair enough. My point is, if City went in there and said, all right, we want...
he's got more chance of going City.
We want Rodri. We want Rodri. Madrid said we want Rodri, and then you say, "Hey, I hear you guys are shopping Vini. He has 1 more year. How far with the contract thing?" And then Einstein comes down and says, "City is looking at the Vini deal. If there's an opening, people should be excited about that because Vini coming to the Premier League."
Yeah, I expect
No, listen, and I've been killed. I've been killed on my own.
Listen, I get that.
I don't want Vini.
Me as an Arsenal fan, I sit here and I'm like, hey, Vini, okay, if it happens, it happens. But I am excited at the fact that my club is finally able to get up, look at the top player without fear, and say, across the board, we've agreed. Everybody telling me, oh, what about the finance? I just gave you, I told you, I said, if we sell 2-3 players before the window closes, Gabriel Jesus is on 265,000 a week.
Okay.
If Vini wants 500 a week, that's half his wages. If Gabriel Jesus goes,
hold on, let me riddle me this. A cynical person, and I'm not a cynical person. I'm full of sunshine and lollipops. But a cynical person might say, "Hey, we missed out on Rodgers. We're gonna now say about Vini. We are genuinely interested in Vini. If there's a chance you can do a deal, I'm sure you're gonna do it. But realistically, you think that's a long shot. So essentially, what does that leave? Martinelli. Let's say that Martinelli doesn't leave. Let's now position it from the point of view of we wanted Vini. We wanted somebody of the level of Vini. We were unable to get somebody like Vini. So now we're just gonna stick with what we've got because the market is overpriced."
That's a cynical person, right? Fair enough.
That's a cynical person. Let's circle back to this
hold on.
in a couple of months' time.
No, cynicism. That wasn't the question I was asked. The question I was asked was, Vini to Arsenal, how do you feel about it? So why will I be cynical and go all the way to a Martinelli? What if it happens? What if it doesn't happen? I'm being asked a clear, direct question. How do you feel about this thing that was put out concerning your club and Vini? And I'm like,
I don't know how.
You don't know why the cynical thing
it's
is
because
even worse.
you stood at the bar talking to a girl, and now you're texting your bros saying, bro, I got to bag myself a hot one. I mean, it's just too
that's not what I said.
He said that though. He's not said that though.
I'm just saying, why be overly
All I
excited?
said is
I don't understand why you would be so excited. I don't know why he's massaging.
Can I tell you why the cynical in you? Let me tell you why the cynical in you is crazy. There's one thing. No, because people said this about Liverpool last season. You want to know why the cynical in you is crazy? Because if Arsenal fans get linked to Vini, and then they don't get him, and then furthermore don't sign anyone in your scenario, and it's Martinelli and Tzolis.
So should they be angry?
Arsenal fans crazy angry. Why would they do that?
That's what's gonna happen. That's
Because
their-
I'll tell you,
I miss
what
Dio
it
saying
is.
that in
Yeah,
mad.
but then your logic is not logicking because
Sam,
their fan base is
Sam,
going to be mad.
Don't pretend that doesn't
They're
happen.
prepping for it.
All I'm saying is,
that doesn't
Their
happen.
fan base will be
No,
angry. Why would
Sam.
Arsenal
Hey, they're
actually
champions.
make their fan
They're
base
champions.
angry?
Hang on,
Again-
Husam, don't pretend that doesn't happen. Florian Wirtz. Little 2-2 on the Ryanair Jet 2. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There was a whole meltdown in the City fan base over Florian Wirtz not coming in. So don't do
No,
that.
no,
Why
no,
would
no,
a
no.
club do
Jay is
that?
saying what if
Because
it's
clubs
PR.
do that.
No, no, no,
I'm
no,
saying
no.
it's
Jay's
PR,
asking
baby.
what if it's
I'm saying
PR.
it's
You
PR.
actually
I'm
wanted
saying it's
Wirtz.
PR.
He's saying what if it's PR? Can you
I think
imagine?
it's PR.
No, I don't think it's PR. I think they
If
do
it's
want. I
PR
do-
from Arsenal's side, they're the dumbest club ever because if they didn't get Vinny,
no,
the whole
no. What my point is,